Hi, I'm Maddie. This is Exploring Gender Roles Across Race, Women in Michigan's History. Michigan's history is widely celebrated for its industrial success and social movements, but within these broader narratives lie stories of women whose roles were deeply shaped by race, class, and cultural identity. This presentation aims to look at the gender roles of Native American, white, and Black women in Michigan's history, highlighting their unique challenges and contributions. So this is everything that we're going to go over. So throughout history, gender roles have been largely analyzed through a Eurocentric lens, yet experiences differed greatly based on racial and cultural identity. Native American women held leadership roles within their communities. White women fought against patriarchal limitations, and Black women navigated the intersections of race and gender oppression. By exploring these narratives, we uncover important insights into Michigan's past and its ongoing conversations about gender equality. Unlike their white and Black counterparts, Native American women historically held positions of authority within tribal governance. They served as cultural custodians, decision makers, and spiritual guides. Their roles were central to the functioning of their communities, a contrast to Euro-American societies where women held far fewer rights. However, with colonization, many of these privileges were eroded as federal policies sought to assimilate indigenous populations rather than recognize their traditions and governance structures. White women in 19th and 20th central Michigan faced strict societal limitations that confined them primarily to domestic roles. While they benefited from racial privilege, patriarchal norms restricted their access to education, property ownership, and suffrage until progressive movements gained momentum. Ruth Borden's research highlights the challenges these women faced and how their activism, particularly in women's suffrage and social reform, helped shape gender equality initiatives. Black women encountered both racial and gender discrimination, navigating systemic exclusion while actively fighting for social change. Their contributions spanned activism, education, and labor movements. In Black Indian, Shonda Duncan highlights how Black women preserved their cultural identities while leading efforts in civil rights and racial justice. Their resilience not only shaped Michigan's cultural fabric, but also laid the foundation for critical discussions on intersectionality and modern feminism. When we examine women's roles across racial lines, distinct patterns emerge. Native American women had autonomy within tribal communities, but faced government-imposed restrictions. White women had legal privileges tied to their race, but struggled against patriarchal barriers. Black women endured systemic racism and gender oppression, often creating community division spaces of empowerment to combat these inequalities. Understanding these differences allows us to see how race, class, and gender shape Michigan's social structures. Despite adversity, these women left lasting legacies. Native American women endured cultural preservation, white women fueled social reform movements, and Black women led activism in labor and civil rights. Each group played a vital role in Michigan's history, demonstrating remarkable resilience and influencing policy changes that continue to shape the state today. For much of history, narratives have been framed through Eurocentric perspectives, often downplaying the achievements of marginalized women. Shifting this focus allows us to tell more inclusive stories about gender roles and identity. By amplifying historically overlooked voices, we strengthen conversations on racial justice, policy making, and education reforms. Michigan's women, Native, white, and Black, navigated unique structures, but collectively shaped its social and political landscape. Their Their stories reveal important perspectives on systemic inequalities, teaching us how gender, race, and class have long influenced societal structures. By recognizing these diverse narratives, we ensure a more accurate understanding of history and build a stronger foundation for gender and racial justice today. As we continue to study history, it's essential to expand discussions beyond dominant perspectives and engage with the lived experiences of all individuals. Thank you for listening, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on how these narratives shape modern conversations about equality. Thank you.